Luffy just invited Loki to become a member of the Straw Hat Pirates. The spoilers for the upcoming Chapter 152 are finally out, and apparently the title of the upcoming chapter is Terrible Day. The first bit of info says Scopper Gabon explained to Luffy's group how to permanently damage the Holy Knights, or basically how to attack their current enemies, similar to what he did to Summers. If you remember, the Holy Knights' bodies regenerate, so the key to injuring them permanently is through Conqueror's Haki, meaning Luffy needs to further improve the Conqueror's Haki he already has. Gabon also added that there's another Straw Hat member he knows can use Conqueror's Haki. When Sanji heard this, he thought Gabon was referring to him. But later, it was revealed that Gabon was actually talking about Zoro. This is something Luffy already knew. Remember back in the Wano arc, on the rooftop, Zoro accidentally used Conqueror's Haki and even coded it in his attack on Kaido. That attack left a wound on Kaido, which Luffy witnessed himself. So it's no surprise that Luffy knew Zoro was capable of using Conqueror's Haki. When Gabon mentioned that Conqueror's Haki is the key to stopping the Holy Knight's regeneration, it confirmed that Gabon himself also has Conqueror's Haki. And since Gabon is often portrayed as Sanji's counterpart in the crew, it's highly likely that in the coming chapters, we'll see Sanji unlock his own Conqueror's Haki. And if that happens, the rivalry between Zoro and Sanji will definitely heat up again. Next spoiler says Hajrudin told Luffy that he would never release Loki, but in a twist, Luffy suddenly invited Loki to join the Straw Hat Pirates. Luffy's reason was to get Hajrudin to agree to let Loki go, but Sanji, Zoro, Hajrudin, and even Loki himself didn't agree with Luffy's decision. I can already imagine this scene being a comedic moment, kind of like back in Dressrosa when Luffy suddenly claimed that Law was part of his crew. Just like Sanji and Zoro, who are actual Straw Hats, Loki must have been shocked at Luffy's sudden invite. And based on Loki's personality, it doesn't seem like him to join Luffy just to be set free. Remember, Shamrock and Gunko already invited him to join the Holy Knights in exchange for freedom. And even though Loki had the chance to lie and get himself out, he didn't take it. Why? Because he carries the pride of a warrior from Elbaf. To him, pride as a giant is more important than freedom. In the next part of the spoilers, Scopper Gabon suddenly spoke up after hearing the argument about Loki. He revealed that on the day King Harold died, or what they called the Terrible Day, both he and Shanks were in Elbaf. And from there, the flashback begins. 14 years ago, Loki went to the castle to confront his father, King Harold. He asked why his father allied with the world government, why he sided with the same people who were said to have killed Roxty Zebek. But instead of a calm king, Loki found a different version of King Harold in the castle. The scene showed giant soldiers restraining King Harold from moving. We still don't know why they were holding him back, but based on Gabon's context, it looked like that was the moment Loki killed his own father. This gives us a new layer to why Loki killed King Harold, because of his alliance with the world government. The next part of the spoilers says we'll see Shanks and Gaban in Elbaf. Shanks told Gaban that he knew King Harold and had spoken with him in the past, and now he wanted to meet him again. Then, a mysterious figure appeared and suddenly stole the legendary devil fruit of Elbaf. For this part, we'll just have to wait for the actual chapter. It seems that the legendary devil fruit mentioned here is the same one said to be possessed by King Harold, which Loki now supposedly ate. So it's unclear whether Loki himself stole the fruit or if it was another person. We'll need to wait for the chapter to get full clarity. Anyway, during Shanks and Gabon's conversation, another reveal came up. Yes, Shanks told Gaban that he once planned to form a pirate crew with Buggy, but he wasn't able to follow through with it. According to Gaban, it's because Shanks had a destined path to follow. Whatever destiny Gaban meant for Shanks, I assume it's related to Joy Boy, since we know Shanks orchestrated everything for the new Joy Boy, Luffy. He gave Luffy the devil fruit, and he was the one who inspired him to sail by giving him the straw hat. Another big detail from this spoiler is that Shanks is shown with an abyss mark on his arm, a tattoo similar to what we saw on Summers. So with this information, Shanks losing his arm to a Sea King to save Luffy now takes on new meaning. Maybe he did it on purpose to cut ties with the world government. Maybe it was his way of fully abandoning his identity as a celestial dragon. The final piece of spoiler info says there will be another flashback, but this one goes back 109 years. It will show King Harold going berserk in a kingdom. I think this will somehow connect to the events from 14 years ago when he lost control again. And that's everything from the spoilers. Based on what we've read, chapter 1152 is shaping up to be an absolutely solid chapter. So, just like you, I'm super excited to read it. Make sure to stay tuned to our channel.